All right, guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Detective Comics starring Batman, issue number 550 from DC Comics. You can get it or gotten, 75 cents back in the day. So I believe this is an 80 comics. Anyway, this is a very dark story. And I like it so much. And yeah, we're going to dive right in. So what's this? Is this a... Am I blind? Anyway, 1985. Okay, close. Anyway, so this is a story about a criminal, and yeah, he's called Joey Redwine, and he's been hunted by the Batman. Look at this, how long his ears are, pretty cool. And he has a, candle holder, is that how you say it? Not sure. Anyway, he's fleeing, and Batman says, "Hey, there's an edge. There's the edge, Joey. Don't do it, right?" And he jumps, and but Batman saves him, right? It's been written by Doug Moench. I always screw that up. Pat Broderick and Bob Smith are the artists. John Workman, letterer, etc., etc. Anyway, and there's a lot of reference to spiders, webs, and all that stuff, and it has reason. All right. So Batman says, "Hey, I'm going to swing you towards the edge, Redwine. Grab it and haul yourself up." And then, "Hey, Batman, thanks for saving me. Goodbye." And yeah, Batman falls, but of course, this is the freaking Batman. So Batman comes up again, and Joey didn't expect that. And he says, "No, that fall, you should be dead." And then he's running away, and then we see basically where it all began, why Joey Redwine is who he is now. And there are steps. And step one was the only step over which he had no control, but which sets all the others in relentless motion. So basically, the father caused the mother weak, right? And he's punishing you, And your mother, like you let him get away with murder. Murder, murder, murder. The word haunts him still, snarled in a dead voice echoing through the tide box of a tomb. Wants to get away, he's sweating a lot. Batman, of course, haunts him. Step two, several years later, he hurt a girl, and she said, "Why did you hurt me? You're a boy, you're way stronger than me. You don't need to hit me." And he smacks her again. He says, "Yeah, I know, but I like it." His father's lesson has taken. Batman comes in, he says, "Dude, it's not too late to stop. It's never too late. It's never too late to stop running." But he doesn't listen. He wants to escape. Step three, love, or something like that, or tease. So this girl basically says, "Hey, do you want to walk with me?" But the walk was too short, giving him no time to find something to say. And now that she ended it, he felt rejected and turned him sullen. He said, "Hey, do you want to come in, Joey?" "Nah, I got better things to do." This was a conflict of what he would later call inner demons. And when the victors has been decided, why did the tease had to be so cruel? Perhaps that was when it had all started growing in on him, no matter which way he turned. A colossal, suffocating web, like so many ladder rungs reaching off to infinity, each step blackly glittering and sticky. The writing is so good. Batman, of course, still follows him. Step four, late at night. And all he knew in torment was that he had wanted to take her hand, but he just couldn't. Reaching out was simply too hard. As hard as the rock, it was so much easier to grab. Batman says, "There is no refuge in the dark, Redwine. What you done is part of the night, a black face hungering for your soul, and I'll see that it's never satisfied. Don't you understand that, Redwine? It will feed forever." I like that Batman says something like that, right? Basically haunting him, not only physical, but also mentally. The next step is that he has a fight in classroom, and the teacher says, "You need to stop. The principal said you face suspension." But then he punches her. "Take your lousy school lady and shove it," he says. And then it all fades and turns. And basically it goes down for him. But at one time he found love. But finding in its devious depths only another sticky trap laid by fate, another detour to the heart of the same convoluted web. Step 6, because reaching was ever done with a closed fist. "You gotta let me work, Joey. I need the money." "Shut up, just shut up. And shut that lousy brat too before I..." "Joey, no, don't go near her." And she says, "If you're gonna hit me again, I'm gonna file for a divorce." Of course, he's gonna hit her again. Batman follows him. Step 7, drugs and addiction. And then step 8, because drug and addiction and escapism cost money. And he doesn't have infinite money. But there's a place where he can get money. Maybe a statue of gold. Fate had him now, and every next step would be down. Every remaining leg for the long journey and the unending spiral. And then this nun says, Joseph Redwine, is it you? "Gloria, we haven't seen each other since we were young." "But what is it, Joseph? Is there some way I can help you?" "Not now, sister. Not now, there ain't." And he beats her to death. But an unending spiral swirling down to the blackness below the bottom. And now that all steps has been taken, Joey Redwine learns at least one fact. You can escape fate, no matter how hard you run or how many steps you take, because fate is relentless and always closing in. Fate is tireless and always waiting. Batman says, "Easy, I know how you're feeling, I know you're hurting." And he looks at this plank of wood. "Don't try it, Redwine. I know you need a fix, and I can help you. Take you to a hospital." But who says you can make a stand and beat fate? He thinks. Who says you can kill fate? The nun's dead, Redwine. Don't make it any worse. The last step. Fate says it. The culmination of the first 8 steps. The beginning of the final fall, leading to the bottom and beyond. Into the web whose secrets once etched only in omens now reveal themselves in skins of complex simplicity. And he doesn't know where he is, but the demon says, "Come, master, he has arrived. He is yours for the taking." And fate's true face slumbers. Joey Redwine has complete the final leg of his journey, and his last step into the web triggers the spider's 9th leg. If it treads deeply into his soul. "Hello, Dad. Long time no see. So tell me, how was the heart attack? And hey, Dad, thanks again for the ride." And that is the end for Joey Redwine. And also the end of this book. I love it. What a great story. I wish I could tell you everything when it comes to narrative, what's in this book, but it probably cost me 15 to 20 minutes or something if I'm taking it slowly, right? But this is, the descent into, well, not into madness, but more into, into his ultimate end, going to hell and, losing your soul and getting tormented for all eternity, for all the deeds that he has done. Great stuff. Great stuff. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. I think it's fantastic. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.